Can you confirm to me if we're live, by the way?
Oh, yeah, hang on, let me just do this.
Saves me checking, that's all. As long as if I see a viewer come up in the top right-hand screen, then we know. But I do believe we are back live, so hello everyone if you're just tuning in. Sorry about the disconnect, that was clearly my connection cutting out for a second there. Yep, we are back live, which is good to see. And Blizzard is out in front still. Technique Gaming is second, 11.9 seconds down. Kazizzle in third. I do apologise about the disconnect that did happen. Nothing has changed really since the stream cut out, but Blizzard still dominating out in front. I thought he would have spun by the time I got back into the session.
Spun? Blizzard?
Oh, yeah. I thought he might have just treated us to something quite weird. But who knows?
I don't think I've seen him spin since TFRL Season 2.
Germany. Bossman.
Oh, well, on his
Well,
own.
no, I was contact, yeah. That's more contact than anything. But Blizzard is leading, and he's pretty much secured this win. Don't tune out, tune in. That's what I say. Not all over, because Onyx has joined the back of this three-way battle for second now. Technically, Kazizzle and Onyx. So this is going down to the wire between these guys. S-Boy and Storm might be having a good battle in behind as well for the final point. Toxic Gamer and Haze are just in behind as well. So the two newbies could get points on their first TFRL start as my co-commentator disappears from the scene. S-Boy gets Storm down the inside of the hairpin. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So Blizzard leading 12 seconds. I do apologise about screaming Mama in the background. That was sadly not Queen in the background. That was Bobo Jr. Blizzard leading the way still. All closing up in behind. Technique, Kazizzle and Onyx closing up but not looking too great at all. They're not really making any impact here. They could make impact, of course, on this battle for second, but definitely not on the lead. That's pretty much all over and done with now. Technique Gaming, because there's a lot of Onyx are chasing down in behind. Matthias also chasing in. He's settling for fifth, I think, but penalties could swing his way, as proven this season in TFRL A-League Round Russia, where he secured the win, of course, beating Montana back in that race, of course. Run on to the last three laps now. Blizzard leads, Technique second, Kazizzle in third, just having a bit of a moment out of turn one. Onyx is closing. He doesn't want to go for it into turn two though. And Onyx is closing in here. The Dutchman could get two for the price of one perhaps. Double toe will be in operation. Running down the straight, they're closing in on Technique, but I think they're just going to stay in the same positions as they are. Hayes that's the fastest lap of the race. Kazizzle down the inside. Oh, and Onyx turning in there around the outside. He's got him round the outside. Onyx was almost turning into Kazizzle, but he somehow got that round the outside. Kazizzle shouldn't try anything here. He should just sit back and probably let Onyx get away. He still could come back, of course, on the penalty situation. 12 seconds now, the gap out in front. As Blizzard just begins to pile on the pressure. He'll probably go for qualifying lap pace in the final lap. We're pretty much nearly onto the final lap now, and Blizzard with two laps to go. Lead by 12 seconds. Just picked up 3 seconds on penalty there, so as I say, penalties could be coming into play. Technique, Onyx and Kazizzle going through turn one nicely. Kazizzle just having a bit of a moment there. But here comes Onyx. He has played second best for most of this race, arguably. And Technique and Onyx now getting going. Speed in operation. Here he comes. Is he going to go down the inside? Technique's got to give him room. A bit of lag going on, but I think that's from my end. Onyx Mur down the inside, comes across Technique under the braking. Technique goes for the switch back underneath. Onyx nearly, slightly losing the control of the car. Wasn't as bad as Matthias in qualifying though. Nearly going into the back of Berra. Technique trying to go around the outside on the brakes. Onyx coming across him again. A little bit touchy, but I don't think Technique was going to get the move done there anyways. And now Onyx can fly up the road and has begun to pull away from the two in behind, Technique and Onyx, who can still... Technique and Kazizel, I should say. These two can still have some sort of impact on the minor placings. Final lap though for Blizzard, he's 12.5 seconds clear. He has secured this win, unless there's some sort of really strange puncture that happens on the final lap. Then I think his race is secure in the bag, and it has been for quite a while. If you were tuning into the first part of the stream, and if you weren't tuning into the first part of the stream and you've only just tuned in for the second part, you've missed a lot. Blizzard is going through the hairpin now, actually. He's on the under the braking zone, into the hairpin. Looking nice. Here comes Technique on Onyx. He could come back with him and launch it down the inside here. He's going to have to be forced around the outside. He goes for a dummy down the inside. He's got the car stopped. And he's got the car stopped beautifully. Has he got the move done? Yes, he has. That is beautiful driving from Technique right on the final lap. Capitalising. Onyx has got to be careful here. He doesn't want to neck cord him or anything. He's going around the outside into the Mercedes grandstand section. Technique just ducks him off track. Fair play to him. Onyx Kazizel trying to get past as well. But I think there's no opportunity unless he can get past the turn 12. Blizzard though, around the final corner, is going to win here in Germany. And it's been a dominant display. BSR Blizzard wins. Really dominant. Nobody going for moves. Onyx is right on the back of Technique into the final two corners. He could try and launch it down the inside of the final corner. But on the run to the line, Technique is going to get second. Onyx is going to get third. And Kazizel is going to get fourth. And they don't stay as they are because of the penalties. Kazizel finishes in third. Matthias in fifth in the end. Matt Tibos, runner-up in the TFRL A-League this season, has finished sixth. Goes off track. Crashes as well. Great crash there. Hammers and Glocky going out right to the line as well, because Glocky sent an opportunity down the inside of turn 12. Not quite. S-Boy and Storm are also battling in behind. Glocky's got to try and wait for this. He launches it down the inside. He's losing control all the way. And he's trying to fight it, but he's fighting it too aggressively. And Hammers should get ahead of him. Yeah, Hammers has got ahead of him on penalties. Glocky, quite costly that 3-second time penalty, because if he didn't get that, of course, that would have been a different story. Toxic Gamer comes across the line. Hayes also comes across the line, 11th and 12th. So S-Boy and Storm, the final two to finish. They stay as they are. And that is the TFRL evaluation race over for tonight. Blizzard on top by a dominant display. 12.5 seconds pretty much coming across the line. We'll see if that has changed at all. Due to the penalties, I don't think it's changed over hopefully that much. I'm a lot quick with no assist, just need to get used to it. Great internet, thank you. Thank you very much. Onyx gets second and probably in Technique third. I want to wait for Barrett, but I thought they would DNF after the crash. It is a shame, but so unfortunate really that has happened, but it wins. With 6 seconds worth of time penalties, it is a 10.6 second victory from Technique in second, Kazizel in third, Onyx Mir in fourth, Matthias in fifth from 20th, deserves a good round of applause from myself. Matt Tibos in sixth, Hammers in seventh, Glocky in eighth, S-Boy ninth, and Storm just missing out as well on ninth. From Storm in 10th, Hayes and Toxic Gamer were the only other two to get round. Pelly, Berra Pelly, Little Brookie Matey Boy, Billy Bank Job, Better Than Sniper, and Silas. 7 of them DNF'd and 1 of them disqualified from the race. I wonder who that was. Silas. But that is the race all over and done with. With the race all over and done with, we can now move on to some announcements. Yes, we can move on to some announcements. And I think the first important announcement that I want to add, that I want to say, is TFRL will be running Season 1. Yes, you heard me right. Season 1 on Xbox going into next season. And that will hopefully be starting up within the next 3 weeks. And hopefully you will see action on Xbox on this channel right here. And it's highly exciting. We need to find, of course, commentators and streamers for Xbox. But we are moving to Xbox, in a sense. Of course, our PS4 preparations will remain as they are. As normal, preparations continue for the PS4 side. But Xbox is a place that we are expanding into in the next coming week. So if you are an Xbox driver that is tuning into this stream and you want to sign up, there is a sign-ups form. It's bounding about out on Twitter. I'll put it out also into Discord for people to share out as well. So Xbox is underway. Preparations have been underway for pretty much the whole of this week just gone. And I am very, very excited to announce that Dragon Pro 200 from Livid Racing, or formerly of Livid Racing, will be heading up the Xbox side out on thingy. And me and Bullboy have been working closely behind the scenes on Discord, chatting to him, gathering information, gathering sign-ups, and we are going to be working closely with him in the not too distant future. So that is very exciting indeed, and I cannot wait for TFRL to be running on Xbox in the coming weeks. Another announcement that I want to come on to, and I think it's what people probably want to hear from the PS4 side: driver placements and calendar. I've promised for weeks now it'll be done. It hasn't been done. Me and Bullboy have started looking through every single one of the sign-ups. We are individually scrutinising them according to time trial times, according to evaluation race times, according to previous performances, according to days that people can make, which will judge what days we run on going forward. And that is my kind of calendar announcement as well there. But we are hoping, I'm really hoping, we're going to get to work over the weekend sifting through everyone's driver placements. But we should have them out, if I was to give a time frame, probably Monday, at the very latest Wednesday of next week will be those times where we get the driver placements out and everyone will know what tier they're in. Chats will be created based on that, both on Discord and on PSN, and probably on Twitter as well. So make sure you do have Twitter, as that is going to be one of our primary uses of contact going forward. So that is F1 side of things, anyways, I think. But wait, I'm not sure if you want to add anything more to what I've just covered there. If you're there, of course.
Yeah, I think you pretty much summed most of stuff up quite nicely.
And just to confirm, the last little exclusive that I'm going to give to everyone, we have decided on a name for the new league, and that will be released in a press release on Monday afternoon through both FRL and TFRL Twitters. So the name has been released, and once the name has been released to everyone that is driving...
You said it has been released, and once it is released...
Once the name has been released to the wider driving public, and to our Xbox side, of course, we will... It's going to work, essentially. The merge for F1 will happen first. That'll be the first point of contact for the new name. Then we'll move into GT Sport and Project Cars and whatever going forward. It just makes it easier to merge one instead of stopping GT Sport and then essentially going under a new name. But yeah, hopefully people get the gist. But there will be a press release out on Monday, and there'll be a statement from myself and Bullboy included in that about the new name. And I cannot wait to introduce to you the new name for the league. But I think we are done. Oh, there's people joined. Bullboy, interview time.
Alright. Let me have a look through the order.
I think Technique and Kazizzle are here, I know. Do you believe?
Which one finished ahead of?
I'll
So I
double
had
check.
a bit of yeah, things going on in the background when I was yeah, during the last couple of laps. So
Technique finished in front.
it was technique. So we will go to technique for the first interview of
Yeah, he
the
did.
evening. So technique. First of all, talk us through well, your first stint really on tyres, of course, that you qualified on. How were those first couple of laps for you?
Quite good. Solid start from P8 to P5 in the first lap, and fight with tires for the rest of the first stint. And yeah, same for second stint, basically.
Yeah, and you were battling a lot with Kazizel, we saw during the race. Yeah, how was that for you battling with Kazizel, especially going into like the hairpin? I saw you go side by side quite a few times.
Well, it was good fighting, and same time we tried to catch Blizzard, but it's all gone on the table, so yeah. We were meant to catch him, but it didn't happen. Because
Yeah,
we
Blizzard
fought too
is
much. And he's just quick.
he is extraordinarily quick. But there's still hope, of course. Next season, how are you looking? What I mean, do you think you can win a couple races next season and try and go for the championship? Is that your aim?
Yeah, of course, as always. Try to be as consistent as possible and win some races.
Yeah, well, I wish you all the best technique for that, and yeah.
Oh my God.
Good luck for the new season.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Oh my God.
My wheel's just fallen off. Next up is Kazizel, I do believe.
Hello.
Kazizel, hello. Once again, how was your first stint, those opening few laps?
Yeah, it felt pretty good. Started P12, but qualifying lap wasn't that great. But end of the first lap, P7, so I was pretty happy with that. Then just got my head down. Yeah, it felt pretty good the first stint. Just trying to make sure the softs lasted to the point I wanted them. They went a little bit short, I think a couple of laps, but it was fine. And then Matt got held up in the pit lanes, which I think he lost about 6-7 seconds. That took him out of the picture. And then it was just me and Technique for the whole race. Me and him were talking in the party and were saying, let's catch up with Blizzard and let's try and get away from Onyx because he had made a pit stop. But we weren't getting away from Onyx because he's fresh tyres and we couldn't catch Blizzard. So we just ended up battling and it felt pretty good. It was a good battle. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at the race, that was a lot better than last night, and what happened there, I guess you could say. Although it was a similar kind of result, a much better performance in terms of racecraft and all things like that. And although I think the safety car messed things up yesterday with penalties and everything. But yeah, just again looking ahead to the new season, you want to try and win this championship. You think it's doable?
Yeah, definitely. Talking about that point about racecraft, going into this race, I was definitely thinking to myself that I wanted to make it clean. And in my opinion, I believe I made that. I didn't make any contact with anyone or make anyone spin or anything. So I felt like that was one of my main targets. I didn't want to make contact, spin anyone, and I done that. So I'm quite proud of that. And going into next season, I generally think top 3 is possible. If I can do most of the races, I think top 3 is possible. And I want a couple of race wins and podiums.
Yeah, I certainly do think you can do it, and yeah, congratulations anyway, not only on the result, but also for taking on board what happened, the advice and everything, and what happened in the last race, of course. So yeah, well done, and yeah, good luck for the new season, which will start very, very soon.
Thank you. See you guys later.
Yep, of course. And,
Just I'll just come in on actually. Onyx was saying if this is the state of racing in this league next season, again with guys like Kazizzle, I'm out.
I don't know what Kazizzle did wrong.
I could certainly argue a point for technique, but not Kazizzle. From what I saw anyways, like... Obviously there was quite a lot going on out on track.
Was my move dirty? Just asking.
According to Onyx it was. From what I'm gathering in the comments.
There's these.
I didn't see a problem with his move.
Let me have a look. Right, let me check this out. Because I'm gonna take a viewpoint out on this. Where was it? What lap?
It was literally it was last lap.
Last lap.
Last lap. The hairpin.
He's going down the inside.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. Onyx changes his line, so that might be why he's complaining. But there's a gap there down the inside. To right, he goes for it. Or is it just after this point here? Is it just after this point here? Yeah, it pushes him off track, but you can't really go too wide through there at the best of times, so... I don't know.
Yeah. I'm definitely, for next season, going to smarten up, and I think I did for this league race, so I don't think Onyx can have an issue with me, so...
Yeah. Stop him saying he's going to be in F4. Oh dear. Ballboy, he's still here. By the way.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here, don't worry.
You're here. Good.
Next, are we ready to...
Yeah, we're ready to move on. Hang on, I'll suggest somebody at the party. I'm just suggesting somebody. Don't, right. Ask him again because I was on the screen there.
How was your first in opening laps? Question.
It was a difficult start because I got at the start I was 9% on the rears and maybe 8 or 7 on the front, so my tires were already worn, so that's why I pitted so early to go to the softs. I was quite happy with the start because I didn't make contact with nobody, so I was happy with that. After my pits, I was behind Billy. We got a nice battle, but unfortunately it was my fault. He went to the right of Barra. I was to the behind Barra and alongside Billy, but I went off the gas, so because I was too the closing speed was too much, so I went off the throttle, and I think it was not, I was not intentional. I didn't want to make a move or something like that. I think I didn't steer quickly enough. That's why I went to the right and then hit the right the Billy's tire. So yeah, unfortunate that happened. That happened because yeah, because I didn't make any content before that. So yeah, I can only say sorry about that. It was not intentional or like that. I didn't want to make a move, but it happens. So yeah. and after that, yeah, I uh, I had to pit again because I had a little bit of wind damage, and the tires were already worn, and then I pitted. I pitted for mediums, and then I lost the car after the first chicane, and then went in the wall and lost the wheel, and that was my race.
But do you think if those accidents didn't happen, what kind of position do you think you could have got out of this race?
I think I think maybe P8, P8 to P10. I think that was maybe I need to finish because I lost a lot of time when I was behind.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think I won't see you about next
Oh,
season.
what an idiot. What an absolute idiot.
I wish you all the best for next season, and yeah, all the best for them.
We've been given a 3-second time penalty for
I get a 3-second
unsportsmanlike
time
conduct.
penalty for that. Must be joking.
Anyway, I think there's Matey Boy here. I think he was the next one.
Yo.
The interview. Matey Boy, well, first of all, how was your race start on lap 1? How were things?
Yeah, well, it's not so much the race start, right? I just want to verify the rules with you two. It's just
We're looking good from the start.
Due to unforeseen circumstances. So I thought
Caution.
which I did. So is that where do you retire? Because I heard on the stream that you shouldn't do it. I had people writing up on me saying I should crash into a wall, which I don't think is the right thing to do. So if I need to retire, where do I retire? On track, which is not the right thing to do. I thought it was right that I pulled into the pits and retired on the grid. I did not know that my teammate was going to come in behind me and I was to hold him up.
Yeah, I think that was the slight problem.
Yeah, I know. That it was the problem. So what do you do? If someone needs to retire, in the rules, what are your rules? Where do they retire?
Well, I mean, if you go into the pit, if you look where your teammate is out of track and they're not pitting, then that wouldn't cause too
Well, I
many
put
issues.
him on it. I don't have the whole track out, so I didn't know how far behind him he was.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's something that'll be helpful to...
Yeah, but the thing is, I had to pull into the pit.
Increase
I thought I
ERS
retire in the
deployment.
pit.
It's time to use some of this
So,
charge.
Is that the rule? Do you retire in the pits or on track, or do you crash into a wall? Which I was told to do, but is not.
I'm not sure about crashing into a wall, because that might cause a safety car.
Well, that is exactly what I said.
Yeah. So, the safe options would be either of the other two, or just pulling off, stopping, and then retiring way off track.
Yeah,
That's
but you do that in your car. As soon as you do that, your car drives back onto the track again, which I've had in the past.
Yeah,
I've seen
there's
in the
no
past.
easy solution, but if you try your best, if people try their best, then that
Well, that
would
was
be...
my best. I thought I was retiring the pits.
Okay, entering lap 3
what I
now.
did.
DRS has
But
been
it just
enabled.
happened that my teammate came in a little bit behind me, which caused the problem.
Yeah. Well, that shouldn't be... that situation's very rare.
Well, it was very rare, but what is the rule though? If you need to
I'm
retire, what would you
not too sure.
suggest? You and James said.
I'm not really too sure. I mean, you could... I mean, in the pits or safely out on track when no one's near you is the two safest options
Yeah,
possible.
but you don't know if no one's near you. I was at the back, and it was just, I don't know.
Yeah, because your car will disappear within, or pull off to the track
That-
anyway within 5 seconds if you retire.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
that's what
those.
happened in the pits. It just looked like having my teammate pulled in 5 seconds behind me. They got held up.
Yeah, so if you... If you find space out on track, like a lot of space, or just enough space, you should be okay, because your car will pull off, and that's
Yellow
the main
flag.
thing, but it's just... And anyway, I think your car ghosts, or it will ghost, I think, because we do have ghosting on, so if you do retire, I think that comes to effect too, so...
Okay.
That should be it, but I mean,
But no, other
yeah.
than that, no. I don't mind the racing, it's good. You're doing a good job, you two.
Fantastic,
We
yeah.
appreciate the time you put into it.
Yeah, and of course, we wish you all the best for the new season, which will be starting soon. So,
Okay.
yeah, good luck for that,
I'll be
of
there.
course, because you're tired out.
Alright, take it easy, chap.
And I believe little Bricky is in the background.
Oh, I haven't got him on. Having a meeting.
Your first stint, first of all, because that was pretty strong. I think you were in the points, doing well.
Yeah, I think I qualified 13th and it wasn't too bad. I mean, I could have got quicker, but just where I didn't have a practice, it took me a couple of laps to, you know, just get used to being on F1 again, sort of thing. But once I was back out on track and racing, I was doing alright. I had a bit of a knocked wing, which is just from some contact that was in front of me. But it was nothing too bad, and you know, I managed to keep the pace going. And yeah, it's going well. I think I was up to sort of 8th place, and I was gaining speed and stuff. At that point, I was catching storm, and then something happened, and I don't really know what happened, but it was strange, and that was the first incident.
The first incident being...
Yeah. When I ended up going off the track, I don't know who it was with, but it just felt like sort of I had a lot of collision without even actually having collision. Like I was very wide on that track in my first collision that happened, and yet somehow I still managed to go off the track from being hit by someone. And I don't know, I don't know whether I was desyncing or whether people were just missing their braking points, but genuinely speaking, I was giving people room because I let I don't remember his name, but I let one of the fast guys through anyway when they lapped me after I come out of the pits, and you know I was just doing what I always do. So it was a bit of a strange race. And then when the second incident happened, I just decided to retire because I don't know, it's just didn't feel too good after that.
Yeah, I do believe we did see you have I think it was a collision with Matt 32575.
Yeah.
That's the one that I remember anyway, but do you think without those incidents, and obviously you having to retire as a result of that, definitely points were achievable today?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I could have potentially, if everything went well and stuff, could have maybe graced it into 6th or 5th place. I mean, I was running in about 7th or 8th here and there, but yeah, points were looking like a definite for a good half of that race, so it was unfortunate really.
Yeah, definitely, but I mean, it's looking really strong for you next season if you know, things go well, because you've got the pace now, and it's just yeah, getting the practicing in and just improving all the time. So unfortunate today on what happened, but there's a lot of positives to take out of it, I think, from your perspective. So yeah, good
definitely.
luck once again. I've said that about 10 times to you already because keep being interviewed, but good luck for next season.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And that is it, I do believe. Everyone's been...
That is it. Does people want to see me race again? Nah, I don't think you do. I don't think you
Or
do.
crash out the entire field?
Oh, crash out the entire field. No, that's not me. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I will end this here. We've done the announcements. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye. Damon Hill.